Hi everybody, this is Felicia. I'm coming to you today with a layout of some food here. Using my Scraptastic Can't Go Home kit, I am creating a little bit of a mixed media layout here. And what I realized here is this cardstock that I'm using is kind of thin. This is not from my stash, so um, I just want to point that out that it's kind of warping, so you have to ignore that. What I do is I mount it on another piece of solid cardstock to give it a good solid foundation so it's not bending all over the place. And the cardstock that I use to mount it on is the American Crafts white cardstock. So I'm backing it up with that, making sure it's all nice and smooth. And it helps a little bit there, as you can see. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to use some gelatos here. Oops, there we go. They all rolled out there. And I'm going to be using these gelatos to make some mixed media colors here to go with some of the food colors that are in that photo that you see. Now that photo is of some food made by my daughter, who is a chef. She makes the most, not only are they beautiful dishes, but they taste good too. So it's a really good treat to have a daughter as a chef. Just got to make sure that whenever she cooks, you don't eat a whole lot of it because it is good. She's very good at what she does. So there you see me using some of my gelatos there. And I'm getting my gelatos spread out here on the acrylic block. Oh, sorry about that. The voiceover cut off on me there. But anyway, so I mixed the colors so that they could match a lot of the pictures there in the photo of the food that I have there. And I'm using a variety of gelatos. I just don't know what those colors are, so you can't quote me on those colors there. And all of the papers that I'm using here is from the Scraptastic kit, and the cardstock included, the pink cardstock that is. And I'm using one of the Scraptastic exclusive papers there. It's just kind of flipped over there. Um, so I'm flicking some of the green on there because we got some greens, some oranges, and some pinks and some reds in this photo here of the food. And a lot of that is from the sauces that she has on her food. And boy, let me tell you, they're very rich sauces, but they taste so good. I mean, I can tell you, when she first said that she was going to go to culinary school, I was like, what? Are you serious? I didn't even know you were interested in cooking. I didn't laugh, but I was kind of like, that's the thought that went across in my head. I was like, I didn't even know you were interested in cooking. So I was like, okay. But I'm gonna tell you, oh boy, I am glad she did. She is good at what she does, and it's just like I said, we get a real treat when she does cook. My favorite thing for her to cook, I have three of my favorite things, and one of them is the tri-tip. She can make tri-tip that'll make your mouth water. Oh boy, and that I like tri-tip, so let's just put it that way. If I do get a chance to eat it, and when I do eat it, it's always because she made it. So I don't eat it everywhere. So there is only one restaurant that I go get tri-tip from. But other than that restaurant, when my daughter makes it, that's the only time I'll eat it. So, which lets you know I don't eat beef that much. But I just love the way she makes that tri-tip. It is always so juicy and so flavorful. Oh, I love it. And then she makes another dish here that I like. It is lumpia, and I don't know if anybody knows of lumpia, but oh my gosh, that she makes it so good. And then another one that she makes that I really like is she makes this tilapia. It's kind of like a jalapeno tilapia dish with this, like with a lemon flavoring to it. It is so good. I mean, she can make some foods, boy, let me tell you. But and I got a little other story to tell you. One time, she made a dessert, and I wasn't there to have the dessert, but my youngest daughter, who at that time was only like, I think she was like 15 or 16, I can't remember, but she made these things called a dish called drunken berries. Now, I know she wasn't thinking, but you know how fruit is when it sits in alcohol, it absorbs the alcohol and it becomes more potent. Well, that's what happened with these drunken berries. she made these drunken berries, and my youngest daughter had some of the drunken berries, and it tasted really good. But then she realized that she felt a little funny, and then my oldest daughter realized, oh no. That was the funniest thing I ever heard. And I'm like, well, didn't you remember that you put alcohol with it? She goes, yeah, but I'm so used to cooking for people who can, eat these things. And, so it was hilarious when they told me the story. Needless to say, my youngest daughter, she was okay, but that was her first time actually literally getting a little tipsy off of some drunken berries, which the name speaks for itself, drunken berries. Anyway, so back to the layout. I had to say that. So that strip that you just see me put in there is from my stash, and that is an acetate from, gosh, I think it Hamley Screen Prints. I mean, I still have some of those things hanging around. I don't, I don't know why I do, but I just do. And then the doily is from my stash, and the rest of the papers, including that strip that you see there, and the vellum with the hearts in the back, are all from the Scraptastic kit, including the die cuts there that I'm putting up in the upper corner there. So I'm outlining it a little bit so you can kind of see it, and I outlined only part of it, and then I realized that I got to put something else down at the bottom because I have a couple strips I wanted to put down here, and I completely forgot. So I'll be doing some more outlining once I get that down there. But so there it goes. See, and I'm like, oh, that's right. I had to outline this. So and then I'm putting a strip up the top. So it didn't make any sense for me to outline it if I'm going to cover up the outline with these strips. But anyways, I did that anyway. So there I am putting down some of the papers there. And like I said, all of these papers except for the acetate with the cameras and the doily are from the Scraptastic kit. So there I am putting that down there. And I think I figured fooling around with that thing, I was trying to get it straight. See, yeah, there I go. And I'm holding it up. I always hold it up because if I hold it up straight, it'll let me know if it's crooked or not. And so the picture was crooked, and then I think I still got it on crooked though. If you really look at it, I think I do got it crooked, but it's all right. We can't have it perfect all the time. So putting that strip down there, and I think I'm going to be putting that strip at the top. And that strip right there is from the Chamel papers there, which was also included in the Scraptastic kit. So like I said before in the earlier videos, I am enjoying working with this Scraptastic kit. It is so full of colors, and that's what I like. I love bright colors, and I love to give myself a challenge as to how or what photos I'm going to do or use, and I like that kind of stuff. That's how I am, and I like challenges anyway, so it always makes me think. If school wasn't enough to make me think, sometimes these layouts are enough to make me think, I tell you. So I did some journaling there on the side, and I was talking about the food. And the title to this layout is going to be called hashtag Cattell's. And Cattell's is the name of my great grandma who passed away back in, let's see, I think it was 90 something, 94, 95, somewhere around in there. And she was 101 years old when she passed away. And that's my mom's grandma and my grandma's mom. And so my grandmother, she passed away too, and she was about 92 when she passed away. So, but I hope I inherit those genes. Let me tell you, those ladies did not look the age that they look, even when they were in their 90s and stuff like that. They did not look like that. So I think I disappeared somewhere. I know I'm coming back. Oh, there I am. There I am. Oh, I think I had to get some stickers there. And the stickers that I'm using are from the Scraptastic kit as well. And they're from the, I think it was the pink paisley stickers that I have there in the kit. I forgot what that was called, but anyway, so I'm using some of those, and I think like 6 sheets came in that pack I mean, like I said, this kit was packed full of stuff, let me tell you. It's exciting because I got both the add-on and the kit itself. So I'm just curious to see how many layouts I'm gonna come and or do with this. So um, I'm really looking forward to seeing what I can crank out here with that. And there I forgot to remove the film on that, so I'm gonna put it back as soon as I get the film off. There I go. But anyway, so this layout is going to be called Kittel's, and it is my daughter's Facebook site where she has pictures of her food that she makes and how she sets up the table. And she was doing that, I think, for a little bit for people where she would set their tables up for like romantic dinners and things like that. And I think she was going to look into cooking like date night dinners for couples and things like that. And she could make a table look so exquisite, better than a restaurant. I mean, really. Five-star restaurants are good and all. I've been to a couple of them, but they really didn't impress me that much. I'm a Lucille's kind of gal where I love to get my hands down and dirty in some beef ribs, let me tell you. So, yeah, boy, if anybody knows of Lucille's, it is Southern food and it is so good. As you can tell from this, I love to eat. So, but I also know my limits. So I keep my weight down and I keep my limits, because, boy, I can eat, let me tell you. And when I love when food tastes good because it gets me to that level where I can just eat. So, anyway. So it's titled that. So it's a Facebook group that she has, and this is named after my great grandmother, and that was her last name, Cattell. And so my daughter said if she ever decides to open up a restaurant or get a business started in dietary or, because she's going to be a chef with a degree in dietitian, and she's going to be a dietitian. So she's going to be able to cook you healthy food, but it'll taste good. And she's really good at that too, you guys. Let me tell you. So she said that if she ever was to have a business or, like I said, a restaurant or something like that, then she would name it after my great grandma, who she never really got a chance to see. She's only seen her by photos and stuff like that. So, but I'm really looking forward to when she graduates. Oh, because man, she's gonna be good. She's gonna cook you good food. It's gonna be healthy, and it's gonna taste good. So you can cook healthy food that tastes good. You just gotta know how to maneuver your spices and things like that. And she's real good at that. So I'm using some of those stickers that also came in the Scraptastic kit. Like I said, a lot of this stuff came in the Scraptastic kit, except for those wood veneer hearts that you see up there on the top. And then that little square screen in the back, that is from my stash. And then that's, let me see, that green rectangle piece with the green arrow in there, that came from a previous Scraptastic kit. It was kind of left over. So I decided to use it. And one of the things that I like about these Scraptastic kits also is the fact that the stuff is interchangeable. I mean, you can go from kit to kit to kit and use the same things, and it's awesome. And I really like that. So, this kit's a keeper, and I think I'm going to stay for as long as she stays in business. I am always going to be a customer for these kits. I really, really love these kits. So, let me see. I think I'm talking to somebody. If you see one hand on the counter, or my desk, that means I'm talking to somebody. And usually somebody will come in the doorway here of the craft room and talk to me, and I'm like, wait a minute, I'm up here trying to trying to do a layout here. So now I'm taking some gelatos because it's just too white, and so I am kind of muting it down a little bit there with the yellow because I got pops of yellow on the page here, and I just figured that, you know what, let's just kind of get rid of some of this bright white here so it'll look really nice, and kind of mute it there a little bit. So I'm rubbing some gelato with my finger along some of the edges of the strips and stuff to make it calm down some of the white of the layout there. And now I'm getting ready to do my journaling. And I'm sorry it's off camera. Like I said, trust me, I got it adjusted finally now. So hopefully soon, I think not the next video, but the next video after that, I think I adjusted. So you'll get to see what I'm doing then. So now I'm going to add some sprinkles there. And I think I am using some of the Heidi Swap. Yeah, that red. Yeah. It's like a cherry red. It's kind of cool. Just put a little bit more sprinkles on there. Gotta remember to cover up my photo too. Dabbing up the little excess so it can dry with a tissue or a napkin. Or is that a paper towel? Yeah, doesn't matter. Anyway, that's what I'm using. So I think I'm all done there. So there you have it, guys. And so that is the layout there. You can get a close-up there of some of the food. So you'll be able to see them better in the close-ups at the end of the video. Well, I want to thank you guys for watching and look forward to some more videos. I'm cranking them out, guys. Take care. Bye.